America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to excuse me.
Now, it may get bigger, it may get a little bigger, it may not get bigger at all. We'll see what happens. But regardless of what happens, we're totally prepared.
This is your victory. Now, I know you didn't do this just to win an election. I know you didn't do it for me. You did it because you understand the enormity of the task that lies ahead.
You're not going to believe this. He killed 16 Czechoslovakians. Guy was an interior decorator. His house looked like shit.
What?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
Ooh, Skinman, villain in disguise.
One works out, and the other one used to work outside. It's the middle of the road with TJ and Coach Casey.
Well, that would suck right now to work outside. Either one of us, working out outside or having to work out and then go outside, or in your case, or in mine, working outside. I was outside, in the warehouse a bunch today.
I was outside a bunch today, and it sounds like Skinman was outside the most today.
Yeah.
It's not a competition.
Well, just saying you won.
Today,
even though you didn't enter the contest, you won.
Today reminds me of the... remember the year like 7 years ago? Well, longer than that ago, and now 12 years ago that we broke the record for most hundreds in a row. It was like 56 days above 100.
Yeah,
what?
That was
in a row?
Yeah.
2010.
I owned my own mowing company then.
I was traveling, so I guess I don't remember.
And it was horrible. And so every time I have days like this, I just think back to how because Skaggs worked with me. That was the last year he worked with me.
I wonder why.
Yeah, no shit. We'd get up as early as we could and be out. So anybody that's out in this heat, sorry, man.
Yeah, our guys were...
TJ, you're 30 minutes. You were out in the heat.
I was out a lot longer than 30 minutes today, but they started at 6:30 today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. They're ready to rock and roll.
Oh, you got to this time of year.
Yeah.
If you can, you got to.
Get into that sweet 90-degree weather.
I was out several hours today. In and out, in and out.
All right. Well.
Giggity.
But yeah, just like Skinman saying, it's not a competition of how long I think I can stay outside. If I can be in air conditioning, I'm going to be at all cost.
Yeah. That's where I feel bad. My office is like a add-on room to a building, so it was just out in the original warehouse, so there's no vents in it. So the only air conditioning is a fan.
Oh, so you don't really have great air conditioning.
No, it's 80 or so in the office most of the time. But I'm used to it, and I'm okay with it.
Okay.
And then I've been out I'm trying to fix inventory. I'm trying to, before I take this crap over, I want to get as much. So I've been out in the shop a bunch. So today is 8/1. Our sponsor is Global Warming Heating and Air. When it's hot, they're fixing heaters. When it's cold, they're fixing ACs. Don't do it the right way.
They're not doing it right.
No. Where was Skinman last week?
Wyoming.
How far did you make it?
I didn't make it. I decided to turn around and come back when I got to Fort Collins.
Okay.
So I think he turned his phone off and was charging it. He does that in case like his battery goes dead, then his phone will stay alive longer. You turn it on and you still got full battery. Well, pulled over finally about 12 hours into the drive.
Well, it's not my fault. I was texting cousins for the next family reunion.
Which is coming up.
Oh, yeah. It always is.
Next weekend, after the weekend.
Labor Day. Well, there's a small one this weekend going down to Oklahoma, but
that's that's your extended family.
Well, that's my family by choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how I said I was in Casper a year ago?
Yes, how?
A year ago last time.
Yes, sir.
And you said, and Skinman just said Fort Collins. So there's a turnpike that goes around, loops around Denver, and then goes up 25 where you can go up to Wyoming. My buddy Tyler Baker, shout out to Tyler Baker.
What's up, T-Bake?
T-Bake says, absolutely under no circumstance do you pay a plate pass fee. So if you don't have a K tag or whatever the hell it is,
you just drive through it.
If you drive through it anyways, and then they send you the bill. He says, absolutely under no circumstances do you pay it.
How come?
He just says you don't.
What happens when you get
says
pulled
he's
over and you've got 46 pay pass?
He said
fees?
you've consulted. He's consulted with the lawyer about it, and you don't have to pay it, no matter how much collection.
Isn't that a state thing though?
Oh, I don't know. So like Colorado, like I've never paid it. And
do you get the? If you ever got a ticket,
Hawk Holling's getting the bill for it, which
goes to your old PO box 1-800-FU.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. But anyways,
phone number.
He says he's never paid him, and he's traveled everywhere over the country, and he's doing just fine. So, just for any free advice for everybody out there, do not pay your K-tag bill.
So since I've got this new car I bought a little over a year ago, it came with the K-tag in it. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming from the rental car company that it was before me, but I don't know if that's for sure. And we always go through, like I'm going to grab the thing, but then the thing goes off. So you're like, well, got to go. So
I have them in all of our vehicles, and I even put one in Bella's, which was probably a mistake. But yeah, we've got it.
I've got an extra one. I just keep, or we canceled. I guess we haven't got the new sticker. We canceled the one in my truck.
Oh yeah.
So I could have one, and we have a thing, but this car's had one on there, and I haven't ripped the sticker off, and it works. So
I found one at the gas station. I just been using that one.
Hell yeah. Well, you found it in that car back when you could rip it off with the two Velcros.
I remember when I smashed one with my truck over here off of by Boeing.
We're messing up people that aren't local because they don't know about K-tag, but it's whatever your turnpike pay feature is. So
it needs to be all one thing, across the whole country.
Okay. Yeah.
Universal.
Well, but turnpikes are local thing.
But our K-tag works in Oklahoma and in Texas. It works for everyone.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I don't know if mine does. Maybe it does. That's why I've never paid there. I just go through because most of them, they don't have a person anymore. And if you know, where do I even pay?
They're going away from that anyways.
So Skinman almost made it to Wyoming, didn't. He was actually not well last week. So we interviewed the guys from the Three Wheel Bicycle podcast. Thanks for being on again if you're listening. But I told Skinman that if they always listened to our show, so he had to ask his questions and then they could respond either on their show or in the messages or something. So what was the question you would have asked the Three Wheel Bicycle podcast last week?
Yeah, it was for Steve V and Joshin. Did they thrash BMX when they were a kid?
Ooh, that would have been a good one for them. They would have
in the mountains and shit,
or even of course, I don't know where exactly they're from because they're both outside of Casper, I believe.
Yeah. Is that what got them into the three-wheel bicycles?
Okay, I like that he goes in it cold. You don't know what the show. I don't know if they do much bicycling.
I don't know.
That's what makes it even. I think they're a three-wheel bicycle. They're an odd podcast that stands out.
Because one of them bangs the other one's sister.
Well, yeah, because it does a podcast with his wife's brother, so then yes. I mean, but you made it sound weirder the way you said it.
I know, but
I like it.
I like it.
So what was another question you would have asked him?
Well, it's my favorite to ask everybody is at what age did they realize the genre of music is like, this is it. This is my niche. This is what I like. I'd
like to take my chance to answer for Stevie on this one. I think it would have been Whitesnake, 1983.
He's pretty young.
He's 20-year graduation just this year.
Yeah.
So he's a little younger than you, 38. Something. Well, I don't do math so well, but that would be my guess.
20. I'm on 22, I guess.
So, anyways, maybe
it's a long time.
Well, that probably isn't it because I don't think that's the music he listens to. So
yeah.
And what was your last question you had for him?
Well,
or was
I had
that
two more actually?
Okay.
Because it was I had a lot of time on driving up there behind the wheel.
Yep.
It was what was their favorite bit on their podcast?
Okay.
What is it? It's like, oh, I love doing this.
I think they just like drinking is one of their favorite bits. You hear something?
Smell something.
Oh.
Burning. It might be our skin because it's fucking 2,000 degrees outside.
Yeah, but it's 80. It's a cool. It's a balmy 82 in here. That's pretty good.
That's a different kind of smell.
By the way, we do have a special live guest joining us about 7:30 if we can make the technology work. If not, we'll call him. Jay Spade's going to be back on the show. We're just killing time until then. So last question.
So much easier than driving.
Yeah.
Yep.
And favorite dessert?
Ooh.
Something different in Wyoming.
Yeah, I'd have to. I don't know. We'd have to. I don't know. I don't know.
Cow pie.
No, I think it's going to be some sort of like moose or something, because they have moose. Oh. Is that where moose comes from?
They have elk.
Oh.
There's elk and caribou, don't they?
I don't think there's any moose.
Well, then they can answer that question too. Do you have moose?
Yeah, there we go.
Chocolate mousse.
Ooh, that sounds pretty decent. What have you been up to, TJ, or what do you got for us? You want us to pick some matches before we
we
get
can
too
do that
far?
here in a little bit.
We got to at least get one story. I sent him 4, and one of them he laughed about.
Okay.
And we may not do the whole 30 minutes
We
with
don't
Jay.
have to do the matches right now. But
I guess we can do them with Jay.
Yeah, we can. That would be better. We'll do it with him. But I guess
I don't have any questions.
I guess I do. I do have a joke for you guys.
Okay. What's your joke?
Okay. Skin Man. All right. So there's 3 guys. The first guy says, I think I might be the fastest man in the world. Well, his buddies are like, well, how are you going to prove that? He's like, why don't I run a race? You time me. We'll take a picture of the time. We'll send it in the Guinness Book of World Records, and we'll see what we get back. Okay. Second guy goes, I think I might be the tallest guy in the world. Okay. Well, let's measure you, take a picture of it, send it in to Guinness, and we'll see what happens. Third guy goes, I think I have the smallest wiener in the world. So they break out a little ruler, take a little picture of his wiener, send it in. A little bit of time goes by. First guy, they all get their letters at the same time from Guinness. It's been about 2 weeks. Okay. First guy rips it open, looks at it all excitedly. Holy shit, I am the fastest guy in the world. Awesome. Second guy rips it open. He goes, I'm the tallest guy in the world. Third guy rips it open, because he's the guy with the smallest wiener. He opens it, looks at it, and goes, who in the fuck is Coach Casey?
How did I know it was going to be mean against me?
Yep.
That's all right. He ruined it for me a little bit because he told it to me Friday night. So I knew he was going to do. I didn't know what version. I thought he might go away from it, but
nope.
Good joke.
Thank you.
I don't know if we could turn that one into like the good joke contest because I guess if you said wiener.
I said wiener. I didn't say dick, did I?
I don't think so. I mean, you can say dick.
Cock.
Cock.
A colk.
Like a rooster.
I do have a story here.
All right.
Loud and red.
News.
A Japanese man has transformed himself into a collie. That is a border collie with his $15,000 costume. And is terrified how friends would react to. Now, if you look at this dipshit, he really does look like a fucking dog.
He does. Yeah, I mean, because he has a hood. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the one that's not him, I don't think, there, is it?
This is him.
Oh, I thought it was.
That's him there.
I thought they were comparing him to his dog.
No, that's him. A Japanese man who likes to dress up as a giant collie is still too afraid to confide in most of his family and friends about his secret double life. Good thing he's in this story so nobody knows. Known only as Toko, the man who spent 2 million yen, which equates to about 12,480 pounds, which that's like $15 in America, I think, on a lifelike costume to fill his lifelong fantasy of becoming an animal. This dude is also a girl dog, which means he's taking it from the boy dogs.
Well, I mean, it didn't
So
say
it says
that.
right here,
You're just.
right here it says Taco loves to dress up as a female border collie and goes to dog parks hoping to be humped by male dogs.
I guess I don't see that part, but I'm not.
Well, you're not very good. You're not very.
I'm
strong.
not a good reader.
You're not a strong reader.
Yeah, I'm not a good reader.
Following an interview with Mail Online earlier, Taco told the Mirror he has not yet built up enough confidence to tell some of his closest friends, but thought he would tell it to mailorderbridesonly.com or wherever the fuck that thing is. He spent basically $15,000 on it. I mean, he looks pretty damn real.
Would you pet it if you walked up to it?
I'd pet him, yeah. Oh, there he is. Look at him. What a fucking dork. What is wrong with people?
I could see if you were like doing a lion or something, and he bends his elbows too much, you know?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Add him to the people of votes that are opinions that doesn't matter.
Do not matter.
People that dress up as border collies.
Yeah, we used to just sprinkle salt on our ass and crawl around in the petting zoo. Is
yeah.
that weird?
Not as weird as this, bro.
That's weird. I did go to a car show this weekend, and it was so hot out, and we walked around for like 2.5 hours. That's
a mistake.
It was a good time. So I'm trying to start a YouTube show called Car Show Bros, and it's me and the old guy that I used to work with that go to car shows and walk around and basically see the same car a bunch of times and then talk about it, you know.
Out of LTQ?
What's that?
Out of LTQ?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's the salvage yard there.
No, yeah, that would be a
LKQ.
funny. Yeah, there we go.
LKQ.
Okay.
Mike used to send us to LKQ every
Yeah,
once in a while.
GNR.
I need to go down
Go
GNR.
to GNR. Go
GNR,
get you
this
some
Flint.
parts. Yeah, hey, just Flint at GNR. Hey,
GNR, this Flint.
hey, man.
What the fuck you need?
If you ever call GNR Auto Parts,
GNR isn't a
they're
thing
one of
anymore.
our sponsors, and they're not around anymore.
I just tell my wife about it, and I was like, there's this guy we used to call it, his name was Flint. He'd be like, GNR, this Flint. And so I looked up GNR. It's not a thing no more, so I wanted her to hear it because I figured Flint still worked there.
Skinman, before we talk about the new version of We Didn't Start the Fire for a minute, before we get into the other, if you haven't heard that song, go download it real quick and keep listening to us. You got anything you want to talk about? You got any stories?
Oh, everything's just nice, boring, and uneventful.
Well, I meant, do you have any of the stories I sent you? Do you want to read?
Did you get different headphones?
I don't think so. Do they look different?
They look shinier or something.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Did you wax them up?
No, I haven't. I hung them. I sat them here after the last show, and then I picked them up right before this show.
Okay. So maybe
it's the lighting.
Maybe somebody replaced them.
Or there could be the cleaning crew come in here, and they don't clean a lot. They don't do.
East Taco Bell Cup still over there, so
Yeah,
I don't think it's been cleaned.
They don't do good. They pick. I didn't say they're great. They come in and.
We didn't say they were a good cleaning.
Yeah,
crew.
they might like clean the headphones or.
They do the Broadway hotels, so they only really pick up semen, empty condoms, used condoms,
And there's not a lot of any of those things out here.
and crack needles.
Nope, none of those.
So
They don't have crack needles. It would be
meth needles,
maybe that'd be better, but no, they don't.
whatever
do,
people do.
heroin would
Heroin
be,
needles.
or shooting up like pills or
Yeah.
not my people.
I think most people take their
You're
pills anally.
I don't think that's true.
It's not.
I mean, I
How
think
do you do it?
in my mouth.
Like same way you take wieners.
Well, is that the same way you take your pills in your butt? I mean, we talked about this.
I know we did talk about this. You prefer the mouth way, is what
you prefer the butt.
GNC.
Yeah. GNC. How do we take these?
We've got some new supplements.
Yeah. Are these suppositories or are these oral
This is
ones?
Maglodon for men, the largest pill or supplement pill
See if
they
you
make.
can take this, boy. No. So big.
Dave, I'm doing a podcast. Why would you text me during it? I guess we could call Dave and talk about my new job with him on the air, but
That wouldn't be uncomfortable for him.
if we don't tell him he's on a podcast, it would make it better, but I won't do it. And my cricket service is getting ready to get shut off, so pay my bill. No, it's paid.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
I think you could probably go 8 months without paying your cricket bill. They wanted to make sure
we need you.
most people's EBD card goes through or whatever you call it.
News.
In summer heat, bear spotted in Southern California backyard jacuzzi.
Listen, I don't care how hot it is. I'm tubbing.
The picture is great.
He needs to be in the pool, not in the jacuzzi.
He's got one arm up and he's just sitting there like he's driving.
And it might be a
Left
Japanese
elbow's
man
out,
dressed as a bear, possibly.
Smoking a cigar.
Oh, better read on.
This
Read
man
on.
also dresses as a border collie.
This man's also a fucking weirdo.
With the summer heat wave in full swing in Southern California, a backyard pool is a tempting place to take a dip, even for a bear. Police in the city of Burbank responded to a report of a bear sighting in a residential neighborhood and found the animal sitting in a jacuzzi behind one of the homes.
Well, compared to your regular pool is going to be jacuzzi temperature in this heat, and the jacuzzi may be cooler than if it's 115 out and that hot tub's a balmy 103. It might be better, you know.
After a short dip, the bear climbed over a wall
Don't jip
and
me.
headed to a tree behind the home. Police say in a statement
Fuck you! I'm
Friday.
gonna get back in that pool later.
So that's a very polite bear because he didn't want to pee in the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
He's just good looking out, really.
On
Dude,
that
could you
short-
imagine how much that bear would pee if it peed in that thing? It'd just turn that thing yellow.
I don't know how much bears pees, but they shit a lot because they use Charmin.
All right.
It
I don't
looked
know
a
if
lot
that's
like
true.
Mountain Dew.
Haven't you seen those commercials?
I've seen the animated commercials. Yeah.
I mean, how else does a bear wipe its ass?
A tree.
No.
A bear does a bear
Does
shit
a bear
in the woods.
shit in the woods?
Does a bear shit in the jacuzzi?
Yeah, apparently not. He
Apparently
got
not
out.
this one.
Yep. He's
That
polite.
jet was up my ass the whole time. I couldn't
Or
do
he
it.
was using it as a bidet. He had his little bare butt backed up.
Yeah,
in
he'd
there
already
just blowing
crapped
around.
once, and
Yeah.
he was just trying to get that thing cleaned out.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
I come in here twice a day.
Speaking of bear shit, we watched
He's always got wieners and bear shit on his mind.
We
DJ,
watched-
everybody.
we watched Sasquatch Dumpling Gang this weekend.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you do. Remember, it's the kids where they think they find Sasquatch shit in tracks. It's got the fucking dude from Jeepers Creepers in it. We watched it. It came out after Napoleon Dynamite. You've seen it, but anyways,
Maybe.
I saw some TikTok of it. We watched it with the kids, and they were fucking glued to it. It's hilarious.
You watch some unique stuff.
You've seen it. I promise you.
Is it because you asked the Bigfoot and werewolf question that
No.
you were thinking about Sasquatches?
It's a good movie. You know what I'm talking about? The dude. What's his name? Skinny little dude, black hair.
See if we don't get.
Steve Buscemi.
No.
No, I don't. You look it up while I
Will
play
Wheaton.
this version or this.
Will Wheaton. That's it.
There you go. This chorus or part of the chorus from
Play it.
from "We Didn't Start the Fire." Probably get kicked off, but so what? So
I like it.
just that part right there talks about our whole the only thing that's mattered in this country in the last 7 to 8 years. What he started with, Trump gets impeached twice. We don't have to get the then polar bears, nobody cares. Black Parade, or that seems out of touch, but Michael Phelps. But it ends with Stranger Things, Tiger King. He
like
could have
that.
just done Trump, Tiger King, Trump, Tiger for one,
Yeah.
so they nailed it.
Justin Long is the guy we're looking for. That's him right there.
Okay.
And then that's his buddy with that never wears a shirt the whole time, always got a corn dog and a sody. I know you've seen this.
I might have.
Justin Long is fucking hilarious in this movie. So that'd be to any of our fans, is to go out and watch Sasquatch Gang. It used to be called Sasquatch Dumpling Gang. I think they've kind of changed the name to it somewhere along the way. But this kid right here, he was in Friday Night Lights, if you've ever watched that. He took Matt Saracen's starting job when he moved
What's
to town.
that actor's name?
His name right there, I think that's him, Jeremy Sumpter.
Okay.
I like the
Yeah.
guy. I like the guy behind him better.
That's Opie right there. This guy right here.
Yeah.
They do
I'm guessing he's Rob Pinkston.
I did not. I think he's Hubble Palmer. Yep, that's him. But they do fucking Dungeon and Dragon sword fighting and shit with fairy music and shit, and they're over there sword fighting. And Justin Long lives in the apartments behind him. He's like, and this is how his voice is. What are you fairies listening to over there? This fairy music. And he comes down there and he's like, starts beating all their asses and takes their swords away from them. Beats.
No, I thought he might have started playing with. No,
And
I
this-
haven't seen it.
This girl right here, who's
Skinman, have you seen this cinema classic?
I've never even
it's
heard
good.
of it.
I promise you guys will like it. This girl right here is his old girlfriend.
Let's
and
just stop doing this and watch it, and then we'll tell you. We'll do
the
it.
whole movie. They're like, people are telling her that she's fat. She wires her jaw shut so she can lose some weight, even though she's less than 3 Lizzos.
Well, and that's not. This is back before it was wrong to shame women for their size, or
Yeah.
because this is before people knew that people were.
the good old days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before people were eating and then throwing it up and stuff. The bad bulimia or whatever.
That guy's the mayor of Bel Air on Entourage.
I was gonna say he's the guy, that guy in a bunch of shows.
Yeah.
He's the mayor on 14 different shows.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. So if you get a chance, see right there, the Sasquatch Dumpling Gang or Sasquatch Gang. It's fucking hilarious. I promise you like it.
Maybe just to see that 79 Camaro rolling, I might watch it.
Oh, the
T-tops.
And the reason why he makes the thing is he had a credit card.
If you've seen the movie, let us know.
That he used once when he was fucking drunk for $5, and it's amounted up to $1,500 in charges, and they're coming to collect. And the only property he has is this Firebird over here, and they're getting ready to repossess it. He's like, I got to make $1,500. How can I make some fucking money? And he's just trying to make money so he can keep his fucking Firebird.
Well, 3 minutes, or we can probably get ready to call him. What I can't remember what his walk-up music is.
Spade, we don't know his. Tony Flood's is Hero.
Oh, that's right. All right. I guess we can. I don't know what. Well,
I don't know spades.
We'll just give him
It's
that.
time for the Jay Spade interview. Coming at you live from...
Why don't one of you do a story here real quick while I pull that up, if you would.
You got one, Skinman, or...
Yeah.
Go for it.
News.
Japanese man suctions 11 cans to his head to break world record.
I knew he'd go with that one.
A Japanese man put his unusual skill to the test and reclaimed the Guinness World Record for most drink cans placed on his head using air suction. How bored do they have to be?
I was gonna say, man, it was
like,
these
who
Japanese
comes up with this shit?
These Japanese dudes, man, they either be dressing as dogs or
they do some weird shit over there.
Well, they got time. They're they don't. I don't know. Are they the ones that?
You think it affects their social credit score, or is that China?
That's probably China. Japanese they're pretty freaking hippy dippy, man.
Shunichi Kano, 31, initially broke the record in 2009 when he managed to suction 9 drink cans to his head, and his record was later broken by Jamie Canhead Keaton.
Fucking old canhead.
We don't have
should have known.
Does anybody? I guess we could drink this old Bob Ross energy drink, and then we could try it with a can, see who could suction one. I don't have any cans.
You go for
I'm
it.
not drinking that.
Did Skinman, the guy who eats 5-year-old Hot Pockets,
Just turn
say he's
down
not?
that.
Yeah.
If he'll eat a.
me
If
see
that was
that.
gravy, then he would freaking.
Let me see. And it's not young gravy. So we ever determine if that was gravy?
No, but he tasted it. It rotted off part of my mailbox, so I'm wondering.
You didn't send the boy out there to give it a lick?
No, I invited him. I don't know if he got the invite though, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Did you text him and tell him to check his phone?
I did.
Oh, I'll send him another one. We may just call him.
Answer. We'll give him 10 seconds.
And it's only a minute tell, so he had he had time.
Well, Kano reclaimed the record by upping the ante to 11 cans. He said the trick to increase in his tan total was learning to create air suction on his temples.
Are they empty cans?
Yes.
Okay. Because it would be harder with full cans for sure.
You make a wrinkle on your skin, then place the can there.
Rankle?
Push the can firmly towards your head, then ease
Twist
your
it.
wrinkle. This reduces the air pressure between the can and the skin, and can should stick like a suction cup, Kano told Guinness World Records. It's Southern Japanese.
Southern.
Okay, that sounds Southern Japanese.
I thought so. Well, I guess it's not going to work. We can just call him.
All right, we'll call him, see if my phone works, You never know. It worked last week, but...
Hello.
Jay Spade. This is Coach Casey. Behind me is Skin Man.
What's up?
In front of me is
What's
TJ.
It's time!
I know that's not really fitting, but we don't know your walk-up music.
What is your walkout music?
Mine?
Yeah.
I use a boy band version of "Heaven Is a Place on Earth."
Okay. Well, god dang it! I wish I would. We should have. See, TJ doesn't do very good research.
I'm watching you right now. What's that belt you're holding?
It was a belt we had in AAPW. It is the Legacy Championship.
Okay.
You just take that thing with you everywhere you go?
No, he had that, so I just he just kind of bestowed it upon me. We'll say that.
I was wondering what was going on with that. So, tell me how you got this deal. Because since the last time you talked, this is the first match you've had since the last time, right?
Yeah, right. So what had happened was it was supposed to be. Hang on one second here. I had to get this whole meeting ID thing going on, and it wasn't.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we were trying. We should have practiced before. We're not professional. You know that, though. You've been on the show before, and we appreciate you being on again.
Yeah, no problem.
So for Skinman, he's the one walking around carrying the belt that says Spade on his back.
Spade on the back.
Yeah,
of the shirt.
that's
Just
him.
if you were trying to figure out who he was.
It's the S and the P next to each other. That's
This is his walkout music.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
I tell you what, buddy, you look fucking good out there. Like for hardly wrestling this year. But anyways, go back to your
We don't
story.
want to goo and gaga over you too much, but he was texting me when he sent me the match, and he's like, "This dude is so awesome at being a bad guy," you know.
Yeah. Okay, how'd you get the match?
Well, I appreciate that. Well, so I got a call from Heath, from Tyler, and
Tyler set this up.
Yeah. So what it was supposed to be?
I like it less now.
It was supposed to be Mike Masters, Tyler, and Chris going up against these three.
Okay.
So Tyler got a hold of me, and something happened. He had something going on or whatever. He was like, "Hey, I have this show that I'm doing in South Bend for Chris at the Cubs minor league thing. Like, I can't make it. Do you want to do it?" And then, I sat there for a minute, and then I was like, man, if I don't do it, I'm probably going to regret it. Yeah. So I was like, because I was thinking, man, it's like 5 hours and, those matches, and it was, it'd be great, being in there with Bob and them. And I'm like, I just don't know. And this is the one time I asked, and I was like, all right, I said, what's it pay? And he told me what it paid, which I don't care.
We don't ever ask either, but since you did, what did it pay? No.
Yeah. So it paid good for the drive there and back. We'll just say it covered my gas. So,
okay.
And you got to be in the ring with two potential Hall of Famers, one for sure. I don't know if Barbarian will or not or has, but
yeah. And I have a funny story about that too, which sounds bad, but I was like, and like I said, I never talk about money or anything like that. If anything, I tell Tyler not to pay me.
When you got that much money, why would you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. I
do it for the fun.
Not over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just throw 20s around all day. But I anytime I've ever told Tyler I don't want any money, he's always giving me more. So I've just learned to just shut up and take it.
Well, yeah.
So that's kind of how that started. How the whole thing went down.
Well, not to pull on your horn too much, but I did tell Casey, I was like, you got to fucking watch this. I was like, Spade is so good at being a piece of shit, talking shit heel. I fucking love it. Everything that you do, like I'm watching you right now and you're outside of the ring talking shit to some kid out here walking around, and then Barbarian comes out and you start backing up. And it's just...
So there was a little girl in the front row who had a referee shirt on.
Okay.
And so I looked at her, and then I realized in my head that, stupidly, she shouldn't be out there. She should be in the ring. You know what I mean? She's a ref.
Yeah.
Like, so when I got out there and I was like, what are you doing down here? I said, you should be up there. And then when I turned back around, I saw that ref. And then I was like, wait, what's going on? I was like, it's like I'm looking in a mirror right now.
Yeah.
And she's like this little bitty, 12-year-old white girl.
Oh,
and then
you're calling her an old black.
big,
you're calling her an old black woman, or old black man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I'd say, and then you got this, older black guy.
Yeah.
And then what was funny is he came out. He's like, I don't know if you know this, but that's vanilla. I'm chocolate. And I was like, I don't see color. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But he was.
So which one of you is black?
Cool, but, yeah, I was like, I don't know which one.
Yeah. But I just was getting a kick out of it, dude. And then, so tell us what it was like to be in there with those guys. First of all, how much time did you get to spend with them before the match?
Well, so it was me and Mike for the majority, because we were main event, and usually like when you have those WWE guys come in, they sign autographs before the show, and then they'll sign autographs usually like intermission. So you really don't have a lot of time to talk about what you're going to do. So me and Mike are old school in the way of, we think less is more, and we don't want to plan
Great guitar.
a match with 67 spots. Yeah, we want to tell a story, like we want to work the crowd and stuff. So we honestly, Barbarian came up to me and he goes, hey, he's cracking me up. He's like, hey, I got this spot, okay? I got this good spot, old school spot. He goes, he goes, I don't care. You do it. I don't care. I do it. I do a good spot. He goes, okay. He goes, we lock up, okay? You start. He goes, I grab your arm, right? Oh, yeah, you sell that arm. You sell arm. Good. He goes, then I turn around, you flip, you fall, you down, okay? And I was like, all right. So then he goes to this spot like that he wants to do, and I was like, all right.
I didn't know he was Chinese.
Well, I don't know.
He's doing
I don't know
a
how to do a
Samoan
Mexican.
accent.
I know.
Is it Samoan or Mexican? Like, I don't know what he is.
I thought it was perfect.
Dude, I asked Mike, I go, don't hate me for asking this. I said, but was he in the WWE or WWF, WC or anything like that? And he just looked at me and he goes, are you kidding me right now?
I was going to say, you don't know the Barbarian and Ming? Man, the powers of destruction?
No, I did not.
Oh, my
so shit
man.
on me all you want. That's fine. I'll own it.
But you're a young punk still compared to us late 30s guys, but...
because I came in like the later 90s, like the 90s.
I know, but
like
Barbarian,
96,
man, he had
90,
the biggest legs. It was like him and Farouk, and a couple of them were like...
Barbarian was jacked. Him
Oh,
and the
he
Warlord.
was so fucking
dude,
massive, man.
Dude, I looked him up on YouTube, like when Mike told me that.
He goes, do you got shit for brains, boy?
I was going to say, Jesus Christ, man. Do your homework, boy.
Yeah, this dude looks like he just shits people. Like, that's how big he is.
Oh, yeah. You can just tell even at, I don't know what his age is now. I guess we should look it up.
I think he was in his late 60s.
But
he's 50. I think because me and my dad were talking. I think he's 56. I think Bob is 70.
Yeah, I was going to say he has to be 70 plus.
Yeah.
That was my question, and I'll just get it out of the way now. I was going to wait. Do you have, I mean, would you feel bad if you hurt one of the older two? I mean, they're more pro than you. I mean, Bob's been doing it longer than you've been alive.
Barbarian 64.
Right. I'm one of those people who,
if you get in the ring, okay, I like it.
If you get in the ring,
yep.
If you get in the ring, you understand the consequences, and I don't care who you are.
Uh-oh. Are you there?
Are you still there?
Yep,
Yeah,
sorry, I lost you for a second.
On accident. And so it doesn't matter who you are. When you get in there, like, I'm going to treat you just like anybody else. I'm not going to pull anything. I'm not going to, obviously, like, I work very light anyway, but I'm not going to, but some guys, like, they're real timid. They don't want to do things. And
well, I didn't know if
they're
these
scared
guys
that they might.
Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say that. I mean, they're scared. Some guys are scared. They're going to hurt them or something like that. And like, that's when you hurt somebody. Like, when you don't commit and you're in there in the ring.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you can hurt somebody. If you start second guessing yourself, you're going to end up getting hurt.
Well, that's why I didn't know some of these old school guys would get mad if you don't go. You hit me real, or I really want you to follow through or do it. That's where I didn't know how some of these guys get mad if you don't treat them like they did when they were in their 30s or 40s or whatever.
I mean, I think about me, and I think about, like, if I got in there at an older age, like, I wouldn't want somebody to feel like they're taking it easy on me. You know what I mean? Because it almost makes me, I guess, angry, because it's like, I don't need your sympathy, like.
We're watching your boy Mike Masters saying that he's getting his hair pulled while he's bald.
Oh, that is the greatest thing. Also,
the guy's like, well, maybe he could have said the goatee or something, but
dude, this town. So at the beginning of the show, you guys, it's not on camera, but it was recorded. But at the beginning, we did a promo. Chris did a promo. We were kind of just standing out there, to look good. And he was talking about how we were going to take the tag team belt. So then I raised 3 fingers in the air, and I say, I'm going to have 2 belts. And I'm clearly holding 3 fingers up, and nobody said anything.
They're like, hey, man, 2 and 2 is 4.
Like,
and 3.
Listen, I drove 5 hours.
I'm trying to insult these people.
Yeah, they're like, hell yeah, that's 3.
They're like, yeah, you take all 3 of them belts. I'm like, my
well, maybe
God.
they thought you were going to keep the tag belts yourself and yours,
You're about to lock them up with Warrior or Barbarian right now. And
Yeah.
and then
Oh, yeah,
my favorite
yeah.
spot's getting ready to come up with you when you take the the Ric Flair bump outside.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's my favorite bump. So I did it one time, and my dad lost his shit. And
I'm
my
sure-
favorite thing to do is make my dad laugh. And
Yeah.
so anytime I'm a heel, like if I go out there and I powder, I always do the Flair bump.
Yeah, I mean,
always have to do the Flair bump.
we're just watching right now, and you're such a jackass out there. Just everything you do is just fucking hilarious. Just tippy toeing around while he's got your wrist. Just
Well, that's what he was. He's like, hey, he's like, oh, you sell it good. You sell good. And I was like, yeah, I will. Like,
you're like Shawn Michael over here, Hogan, and with him. And that right there is probably one of your signatures too. Your back bridge every time you take a bump like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to think like if you ever walked by something or if you've ever backed into something and you hit your back, what's the first thing you do? You typically arch your back and you're like, what the fuck was that? So if you get landed or if you land, here's another thing too is like when you land, your face is like that's what's selling what's going on, right? Well, when you land, they can't see your face, so you have to use
your body,
for them to realize, oh, this guy's hurt, and like that's just I always just try to make it seem like it's as real as possible. Like what would happen? Like you'll see, like I lay some punches into Bob, and when I punch Bob, I start shaking my hand.
Yeah,
Because
I saw that.
If you punch somebody, like it's gonna hurt.
You're getting bit right now by a rabid old man.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Did he really bite you?
No, I don't know. He was numbing. He was gumming me, I think.
Ooh. What happened?
I would have
do you
rather
get
him
hard?
bite me. Unfortunately, not this time. But
Quit biting me, old man.
Barbarian was the only guy that came back there that we talked. Bob came back there. Literally, it was the match before us. Bob came back there and he's like, "All right, guys, what are we doing?" And we're like, "All right, Bob, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this in the beginning." And we tell him what we're going to do at the beginning where, he's like, they're rocking us, back and forth. And then, they send us in the ropes and then clothesline. He's like, "Yeah, you guys are going to have to tell me out there. I don't even know how I got here." Like, okay, Bob.
Yeah.
These people are wheeling him out there, man.
Yeah, dude, he was cracking. And it got concerning there at the end, too, because I was like, did you, because I asked him, I was like, did you drive
from St. Louis?
And he goes, yeah, he lives in St. Louis.
So
Which
5 hours.
Chris had talked to me about riding with Bob.
He just did it. You just did the out there fucking laying in the grass. Idiot.
Did I do the Ric Flair thing?
Yeah, we just saw it. Did you guys were you dragging dirt in there? I was kind of curious about that.
So it's like a sandy kind of like a thing or whatever.
Yeah. Was there some in the ring?
No, there actually wasn't.
Okay.
Most of the guys, I mean, like when I get in the ring, I always wipe my feet off.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like so I don't drag dirt in, but then it's also like a respect thing, if you walk into somebody's house, you'll.
I see.
For all those people or whatever.
See, I put my feet up on their couch.
Yeah. Open the refrigerator. What do they got? But no, Bob was so cool. We just told him. So I remember when I turned around, I go, block it, Bob, block it, Bob. Because I didn't want to swing and then hit him because I told him.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to swing and hit you. He's like, oh, whatever. Bob was so cool.
Tell you what, the Barbarian didn't sell one fucking hit or nothing.
No, dude.
He did nothing. Your boy was just swinging on him. He just was looking at him.
Dude, he was cracking me up.
I tell you,
he's like, okay. He's like, you start lighting me up. He goes, I do this. He goes, I kick you. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The production value of that place is really nice. Like
that's what I was gonna say. It's a pretty cool venue. What was the weather outside like?
So here in Southern Illinois at the time, it was like 99, something like that, and it was raining, and there was a bunch of storms and stuff. Up there, it was like 78, maybe.
Oh, thank God! I was worried about these guys being outside.
No, man. Luckily, like the sun went down. I don't know if you could see it or not. It's kind of hard unless you really look. But when we get back up on the turnbuckles, and then Chris is up in the middle. Yeah, and then me and Mike are up at the turnbuckles. Fireworks go off.
Oh,
and you can kind of see him in the background.
Yeah, you can barely see him. Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't. Yeah, it wasn't dark enough.
So
but,
did Bob call the fucking superplex, or was that just?
Well, Mike had wrestled him a show back. So whenever I did that match with Tyler at that carnival show or whatever, that fair show, he was in a tag team match with Bob and then somebody else.
Okay.
So and then Bob did that, like that superplex or whatever. So then we asked him, we were like, Bob, do you want to do the superplex? And he's like, I don't give a shit. And he was like, whatever.
Yeah.
We're like, okay. But at one point, it was cracking me up. At one point, Bob gets tagged in, and he just starts lighting Mike up. And I don't know if like we got to him or what it was, but I don't know. I thought he was
fired up, bro.
Yeah, he started firing up and then hits me on the side of like the apron or whatever, which he ended up stiffing me. He caught me really good in the side of the head.
Nice.
Yeah, which I told him about earlier, which he was, apologetic and stuff.
No.
But
well, he should get to punch you.
WWE Hall of Famer told you sorry.
Yeah, and you got punched by a WWE Hall of Famer in the same match.
And he's a lot lighter than what I thought, and his punches are so good. But it's all about like who can sell the punches. You know what I mean? Like a good punch is great, but if you can't sell it, then it doesn't matter.
We're watching Mike go to town on what's that other guy's name?
Crippler?
The Crippler's ball sack over here, about 4 leg drops into it, and you're getting ready to do it too.
Yeah, so that referee before that, you can kind of see it on camera, but what was going on is the Crippler was like, I was hitting him here, and then the referee was like, no, you're hitting.
Oh, you muted us again.
Oh, I got it. And he just kept punching Mike in the balls.
Yeah.
So Crippler would step on he'd be like, no, I'm hitting him here. And the ref was like, no, you're hitting him here. And the ref just kept punching Mike in the balls.
That's funny.
And dude, it was great.
Who else was on that card? Because I see they had another one where they had Jimmy Hart there. I guess Greg the Hammer Valentine's one of the champions of the league. They had Axe. They had Pretty Paul Roma, and then Cowboy Bob Orton and the Crippler wrestled on that one too. Or was that the same card you were on?
No, that one's a different one there. I think I know they had some names.
This was called Clash 19 Night of Legends.
Okay, yeah. No, we were the main event. I didn't know any of the guys that were there doing matches. It wasn't.
He's muted himself again. Funny thing about Greg the Hammer Valentine, he looks exactly like my middle school PE teacher, Miss McNabney. Exactly, they look exactly alike.
Hot. So that was hard to resist.
Facial hair and all. Or
yeah. Yep.
Facial hair and all. Okay.
Miss McNabney used to burn cigs between classes.
We had like 4 or 5 teachers that used to do that. You can't do that these days, man. No burning cigs on the schoolyard.
Nope.
No, yeah, I remember getting in trouble and a teacher burning her cigarette on my arm. Like, you can't do that now.
Hey, no shit. I used to pay some of them too. No. Hey, you haven't never met our third host, have you, Skinman? Have you?
No.
We've got our third member of our cast with us this episode, Skinman. I don't know if Skinman has any questions for you.
Well, just the normal questions.
Okay, he's got a couple questions for you to get to know you better. It's not so much wrestling; it's just getting to know Jay Spade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at what age did you realize what genre of music you're like, this is it?
Yeah,
This is my favorite kind of music. This is what.
When did you fall in love with Heaven Is a Place on Earth?
No, I know what Spade listens to. It's not that. That's not his favorite music. He likes girly music.
No, I don't.
I like Dido.
I don't even who never.
No,
heard of her.
What's that chick you like from Machine Gun Kelly? What's her name? Haley or whatever.
Oh, Halsey.
That's his
Halsey's
jam.
Good. No, my favorite band is Foo Fighters.
Okay.
And second favorite one was, it's a tie, Pink Floyd. So my dad got me into Pink Floyd.
That's a big stretch in between
and you guys
those two.
Go to live concerts and stuff all the time, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I try to. I like 80s, I like 90s, but I like that older stuff, like a bunch of Bob Seger. I love Bob Seger. I like the older style country. I don't like this new country now. That's not good.
What was the one song? It was like
This is it.
The clouds parted, and then the sun came out, and it was like, this is what song really speaks to me.
so hard.
Because I was 8 years old and I heard it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. And it's like, holy shit.
Mine was
I love Led Zeppelin.
Well, those are bagpipes.
I love Led
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin.
What the hell are bagpipes?
Yeah, Led Zeppelin, top of their notch there. Yeah,
right,
top of their game. I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I remember hearing.
Nobody's been able to
Comfortably
answer
Numb.
the question.
Well, I remember hearing "Comfortably Numb" riding with when I was probably maybe 12 or something with my dad and my mom, and then I remember them talking about, oh, this is a song about drugs, about him doing drugs and stuff, and I was like, well, what are drugs?
Yeah, hell yeah.
What is
Let's
that?
do some of those too.
And I'm like, what are those? Do I need to do those? Like, do I need to do those before?
Find out.
Yeah, but that was probably it, and then it just went downhill from there. The music became a big kind of thing. My dad's super big into music and stuff like that, but as far as age wise, probably like 12. But man,
cool.
It's gotten older.
All right, Skin Man, what else you got? What other question you got for him?
Skateboards or bicycles when you were growing up?
Bicycles.
Yeah.
Bicycles.
BMX?
Put bicycles around. This was before, cell phones, so you had to go to your friend's house at like noon to call your mom to check in, and then you just rode around till the streetlights came on. And
Oh, yeah. And Spade ride's one of those wheelie things now. Isn't that, what's it called?
It's called a one wheel.
A one wheel. You know what that is, Skin Man?
Yeah.
I don't ride that.
I think
so
they
much
also call
anymore.
them unicycles.
No, it's a little platform thing. Did you see Tyler's Snapchat today?
No,
on the story?
No, what was
it was 5 years ago today that you and I met.
Oh, yeah, when I saw him body slam you or whatever.
Yeah, it was Dan, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was Dan. Yeah.
Yep, I thought that was kind of crazy since you're going to be on the show today.
Yeah, God, that felt like I don't know. It didn't feel like it was that long ago.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Crazy.
It didn't at all.
You got anything else, Skin Man?
Favorite? What was your favorite class in high school?
Ooh.
I couldn't answer that. Wait.
Mine would be easy. History.
Oh, definitely spelling. Yeah, 1,000. Oh God, is shop class like is that?
Yeah, that counts.
That'll count.
Yep. Okay, all right, yeah.
Are you mechanically inclined?
A little bit. Like I know like the basic stuff, but we did advanced. But I also did welding too. We welded and stuff too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But we would just stand in there for like welding class, and it was a coach at the time, football coach, and he had Yoo-hoos in his fridge. You just go in there, put $1 in there, and grab a. We would just sit there and just drink Yoo-hoos.
Come in my office and have a Yoo-hoo, buddy.
Yeah.
You just landed on the announce table right there. That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that's that stiff shot Bob gave me.
Yep. You got you pretty good there.
That freaking that announcer looks like Mean Gene Okerlund.
No, I said or Gorilla Monsoon.
Gorilla Monsoon. That's what I meant.
Thinking.
Yeah.
Is that what he's going for?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing that they're going for. Yeah, that was kind of the thing that they're going for.
You're over there patting on your fucking head.
Dude, I want to. So after me and Barbarian did our stuff, like when I got up on the side of the ring and I was on my knee, it was because I legitimately couldn't breathe. I was dead.
Really?
Just blown up. Oh yeah. I'm so out of shape. It's not even funny.
So tell us you're going to wrestle again.
Well, he keeps saying that even if he doesn't, we know he's gonna.
I'm so sick and tired of it. Yeah, you just need to get in shape and get out there and wrestle. Look, as soon as I win the lottery, I'm going to start a wrestling promotion here in Wichita, and then I'm going to have to fly you and Tyler and fucking Tony Flood in here to wrestle for us.
To wrestle against us too.
Yeah, against me and Casey and Skin Man. Triple threat.
All right, you book it. I'll be there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just mainly, I don't know. I'm like Mike now, because me and Mike talked about it. It's kind of like we're just kind of doing shows more or less like for favors or something. I don't know. Like I like doing it, but I don't know. It's hard. It's hard because, like I said, the guys that run Stride, like we just don't get along. So
yeah,
I'd probably just have to reach out to them and be like, hey, can I do a show? But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's other places in Stride close that you can wrestle, right?
Yeah. There's
Whoever Flood's at.
IWA. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think he's at Strictly, is it?
Yeah, Strictly Insane. How far away is that?
It might be an hour, maybe.
Shit, you just drove 5, bro. You can do that.
Yeah.
I want to see you and Tony Flood go at it. Hold on. What were they called, Casey? What was their tag team called?
Oh, dang it. I don't remember. I remember us talking about it, but I don't remember.
Our first
the
first time we were we were the Heartland Hitmen.
Yeah. What was your other one?
First time. Our other one in Stride was...
I thought it was something Dragon or something.
Oh, man. What was it? Oh, my God. I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm getting a good shot of Cowboy Bob's ball sack.
Yeah, there's a lot. That cameraman got that old ball sack quite a few times in this match.
Yeah, Bob.
And he's got balls that go to his knees, just tucked in by those freaking tighties, bud.
Dude, Randy Orton's going to get knock on our door. You talking about my dad? And beat the shit out of all of us.
If he took better care of his dad, he wouldn't be out here wrestling against Tony Flood.
Oh, my God. Yeah, me and my dad were talking about that, too. It's like, Bob doesn't need to do this.
He just does it.
Because he probably just does it because he enjoys it. Like, Bob, there was a bunch of times I look over and Bob's just smiling.
Yeah.
Like,
he's having fun, man.
That shirt is way too long, though.
I love it. It's one of Shannon's shirts. It was a Shannon Long shirt.
He came walking out like Winnie the Pooh.
Dude, it's like wrinkled in the back really bad, and then it's got this mysterious mustard stain on it, which they had food for us. They had food for us in the locker room, but there was no mustard present.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, because he wore that laying around watching TV the 3 days before the fucking show, man.
Like, I'm not sure where he got, what Salvation Army he got that shirt
from.
It's his lucky
shirt. It was not loved.
I forgot to say it earlier, but when you guys came out, that your boy picked up popcorn off the ground and ate it on the way out there.
Yeah, dude. This one guy who like when he looked at you weren't sure if he was looking at you or to the right. Like he had a lazy eye for sure. He just kept throwing popcorn at me, and then I kept claiming assault.
What happened right there? Looked like he was.
That was a bad slam.
What was that supposed to be with you and Barbarian there?
Probably a scoop slam or something.
Suplex you almost.
It was one of those knee drives.
Yeah, so it kind of got messed up. So Bob was supposed to take the hot tag. So when Crippler tags Bob in, I'm just looking at Chris going, is this the hot tag? Is this the hot tag? And they weren't doing Bob wasn't lighting Mike up or anything like that. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll wait. So when I come in and Bob, ends up hitting me, there's supposed to be one other thing that they're supposed to do. And they didn't do it. So when Barbarian picked me up, he didn't tell me what we were doing. So I just jumped because I thought he was going to pick me up for like a scoop slam or something.
Yeah.
But he was picking me up the wrong way. So then I realized, okay, maybe this isn't a scoop slam because he's supposed to put my left arm over his left shoulder.
Yeah.
Or over my left shoulder, whatever like that. And he didn't pick me up like that. He picked me up to the right. And then so I just fell. And then he just kicked me out, and I was like, okay.
So get out of the fucking ring.
Yeah, whatever. I didn't know what we were doing, and he didn't tell me what we were doing at the end either. So.
Yeah. So how sore were you?
Oh, so it was not the day after, but the day after that. My back was hurting.
So yesterday.
Yeah. And it was, I think a lot of it had to do with the car ride.
Okay. So
because I didn't bump all that much.
Getting physical and then riding in the car for 5 hours back home. What time did you get home?
2:30 in the morning.
Ooh. Did you go right to bed or did you stay up a little bit?
No, I went to sleep. I get my daughter in the morning.
Okay.
So I usually get her on Sundays, which I pushed that time a little bit, forward, so I had time to sleep. But
yeah,
man, it was a blast. It's one of those times where that's what wrestling is about. That's what you go there, you meet everybody, you have a good time. There's no drama. Everybody's just having fun. You're yelling at the crowd. You get dressed. You tell stories. You watch everybody else, and then you go and wrestle, and you have fun. That's what it was about. And it was such a blast.
Well, it looked like a good time, and no matter what, at the end of the day, you have stories to tell your kids like, hey, I was in the ring with fucking a Hall of Famer from WWE. Like, no matter what.
And a barbarian, and I didn't
and a
know who he
barbarian.
was.
And a crippler.
Yeah, no, yeah, and Crippler, yeah, and I didn't. Was Crippler?
I don't know
I
him.
think
We were
Crippler
trying
did
to
some
decide
stuff,
if he
I thought,
was
maybe.
somebody. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I went and looked through Barbarian's Wikipedia, and he never won titles in WWE at all. He wrestled like Demolition.
I thought they had tag titles.
I know, but he never won one. He wrestled
Oh,
for
really?
them, but never won one.
Oh,
He's
I
wrestled.
thought him and Ming did.
No, he wrestled with. He's been on 2 WrestleManias. He was on Survivor Series against the Hulkamaniacs a couple different times. He was always on the heel side with like.
Yeah,
one of them.
big.
And then he got thrown out on Battle Royals like twice by fucking Tito Santana or whatever the fuck his name was. I hated him when I was a kid. I couldn't stand him.
Oh,
But
really?
that's probably way before your time too. So I could never.
Yeah, I think
his mullet.
I started thinking about it because I told Mike, and I said, I think that's the first time that I've ever wrestled somebody that's a name. I had a tag match one time where Colt Cabana was in there,
Well, that's
and I
a
got
pretty
to
big
wrestle
name.
Colt Cabana. But as far as like WWE or Hall of Famer or somebody that that's like a household name, I've never.
I mean, you wrestled a Hall of Famer and a pretty famous. I mean, 2 guys that have been in WrestleMania. I mean, you can't really get any higher than that. That's a pretty cool shot right here, right before this ref's getting ready to take it to the guy, but you could see the moon in the background. They have really good production there.
Yeah.
So I was gonna talk a little bit about that if that's okay.
Yeah,
but,
go for it.
Yeah.
But so when we did the AAPW tapings, which you can find still on YouTube that are done about 10 years ago, we did those at Black Diamond Harley Davidson.
Yeah,
and
I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, so Chris Hagstrom he ran all of that.
That's the guy.
His production. Yeah, so that's his production sort of company. So he worked for SIU, did all their production and that sort of thing, and then he got a job at South Bend, Indiana for the Cubs minor league team, and he runs their so it's basically the people in the back that are switching to different camera angles.
Yeah.
Like the people in the truck or whatever, but they're up in the booth. That's all Chris.
Okay.
And Chris goes and does Cubs games too.
Okay.
And he just, does their production every now and then, and that's it. So he does all that. So all that stuff is him. So there are people he's got like a whole crew. So there are people that are going around with like a handheld camera and stuff like that. But as far as like knowing what to do and what angles and stuff like that, like that's all Chris there. So
I've seen some of your matches probably even before I knew you at the Harley place with Tyler, and then when Tyler wrestled what's his name that's in WWE right now for the NWA Championship.
Adam Pearce.
Yeah, I saw him wrestle Adam Pearce, and then I also saw the Colt Cabana deal too. So I've seen some of them, and that was a cool place. How that had the the part up top. You guys had a cool deal going there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and that was a lot of fun because we go in and we'd wrestle on like a Sunday on the afternoon. Excuse me. We'd have like 5 or 6 matches. Well, we would tape 2 episodes.
Okay.
So then that would get us, so we'd have 6 matches. So we wouldn't have to wrestle every single weekend if we didn't want to. You know, we'd wrestle like every other weekend or something or whatever, but we had like 2 things, and then it led to this big AAPW, I think it was Collision or some kind of, I can't remember what big thing it was, and that's when we got El Generico, Sami Zayn.
So
then
you've seen
Sami Zayn wrestled.
You never wrestled
Pac.
him?
Nope.
Pac,
I was supposed to wrestle
that's in
Tyler
AEW?
O'Reilly one time, but
okay.
Yeah. Neville. Is it Neville?
Neville. Yeah.
Is that his name is? Yeah. Yeah. Him and Generico wrestled, and that match is on YouTube, and it's amazing.
Casey's got another one of skinny young Jay Spade right here.
Oh, dude, it's like 110 pounds, dude.
We're watching you and Joey O'Reilly, and he's got the what was that? What the fuck's his name? God damn it! And we're all family here. What's his name? The Triple X, the shows that he was on. His panties are the Triple X panties on here. God damn it! What was it called? What's that show called?
Fast and the Furious?
No, but where he's like Triple X.
Triple X?
Is that what it's called?
I think that's what the movie's called. I think.
You're wiping your face off on somebody's sign over here. So you've been pulling that shit since the very beginning.
Oh, dude. Yeah, and I can't, and a bunch of people, try to steal from me, too, because they feel, I was like, oh, it's getting over. So when I was in IWAU, which was in Almy, I got these pants that were pantyhose.
Yeah.
And I wore pantyhose. And then once the crowd figured out that it was pantyhose, they started chanting pantyhose, which is an easy, easy cheap heat thing. Well, when I left, Tony started doing the pantyhose.
Okay.
And whenever I would get hit or get knocked down, I always say ow in the loudest voice in the world, because you never hear a wrestler get hit, get out of the ring and go, ow, that hurt.
I just scraped my knee earlier and I said owie, and Skinman just said he's never heard a man say owie before, but you did it, so.
Yeah. He says ow, not owie.
You gotta try to.
Ouch is different than owie.
Okay. Man, you look so young here.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's embarrassing. I'll yell "shut up" really loud and annoyingly, and then the crowd picks up on it, and then they tell me to shut up.
Yeah.
Just like that too. So
you've definitely got that. I told Flood this too, because I like him as a heel too, because you guys are kind of cut from the same cloth. But
absolutely, yeah.
You're moving pretty quick there in these matches. Yeah,
we expect this shape out of you for your next match, and we expect an update.
Today's August 1st. What do you think, Casey? What's fair?
I'll give him October 1st.
October 1st. We want you back to Jay Spade weight. What's this? Kyle O'Reilly match, whatever that was.
Circa 2000.
Cut off his foot?
Seven.
He's got. I don't know what he's got to do. He's better figure it out.
That's up to him. That ain't up for us to judge.
Yeah. This is IWA. 12 years ago. You got to get back into what you were 12 years ago.
All right. Can do. Let me see what I can do about that. Well, at this time, I think at this time, I don't know which one you guys are watching, but I think at this time, this is when I was working at a factory up. So what I would do is I'd work 11 to 11. So I'd get off at 11 in the morning. I'd sleep till 4. I'd drive there, do the tapings, which lasted until about 9. And then I would drive from there about an hour up to work, and I'd work again to 11 to 11.
Oh, nice.
And so that's what I was having to do, and I ended up right about the time that we stopped doing tapings. There was around the time that I quit. I just couldn't do it anymore.
No, that's a lot.
It was. It is. But there's a match on my YouTube of me and Joey. We wrestled in Noble, Illinois. It's probably one of my favorite matches. We ended up going to a no contest or something like that so we could wrestle again. But that was one of my favorite matches. That was pretty good.
You have to send it to me, and I can send it to Casey so we can watch it. But man, we want you back in fighting shape. Get a hold of Flood or whoever and get your ass back in the ring, because I'm sick of it. Really, we want to see
me and Flood don't get along.
You and Flood don't get along?
No, we don't like each other.
Okay. Who do you get along with? Just Tyler?
I don't know. Other people. Other people.
I was gonna say, every time you bring up Flood, he's kind of like,
I've noticed that.
I read it the first time you said it. And Tony Flood kind of told us the same thing, not necessarily in those words. He just said, me and Jay don't really talk.
Yeah. No, yeah, we don't.
Well, we're former tag teams. You guys are like the Rockers, you know?
Who's Marty Jannetty?
Well, and that's I'm not going to answer that. I mean, I might not care for the guy too much, but I'm not going to answer that. I don't. But I'll say this though: when me and him were a team, there was nobody better at getting over the crowd, anything like that. You put us both together, we're gonna
heal it up
every fucking time.
Hash it out, get it. We want the mini states of Newark back together, whatever you guys were.
What were? I can't remember what we were.
We'll find out for you and let you know.
Well,
I know it wasn't the Heartland Hitman.
It's going to take a while for me to win the lottery and get our promotion going. So until then,
$1 billion.
Yeah, because we're not.
I mean, you never know.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it right. So.
All right. Well, that's fair.
Because I have to get a jet. I got to get all that bullshit.
No, that'll be the last. See, that's
Well, how
going
are
to
we
be the
supposed
problem.
to fly everybody here?
See, that's going to be his problem. He's going to do all of this shit. It would be so much cheaper just to get him plane tickets when we need him,
Okay,
dumbs.
we could do that.
At least until we get big enough.
Yeah, okay.
He's going to want, dude, he's
I'm
going
a
to be,
dreamer.
yeah, he's going to get all, like, we'll get down to it. We won't have no money to pay you guys. Venue will fucking, you know, like, man, you did everything wrong. We need to get the talent, the venue. I'm the ideas man. Well, I don't know.
You're the finance guy.
Yeah, I'm the realistic one.
He brings me down to earth.
I'm just saying, if you win all that money, what you could do is, build you a place, get you a ring in there, and then just build you just a straight road from here to where you guys live.
Again, I don't think you're not going to be on the thinking team either. Sorry.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
He's just throwing ideas out there.
Screw the roads, make your own roads.
Huh.
You're a millionaire now. Do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand how this works.
I have some designs
I think
of a subway.
See?
There we go. Now we might get with Musk
Now
and
we're
do like an underground shuttle
Tunnel
or some
thing.
shit.
Yeah. Don't worry, you'll be first on our list.
But they only
when
go
we
like
get the
8
call.
miles an hour.
We'll send
Listen,
we'll
you gotta
send a
think
car. We'll
big
just start
and then go
Uber,
down
and you're gonna have to
smaller.
ride with the Indian guy that doesn't speak very good English all the way down here in an Uber. That would be better, don't you think?
I talk to those people all day at work. I don't really.
Okay, we'll get you a middle-aged woman that's going through a divorce and just Ubering for the fun of it, and you can ride down there with her.
Do you guys want me to get there? Or do you want me to get married? What are you guys trying to?
We'll try to
trying to
request
do?
a specific Uber. He's really into older black males, for his Uber. I don't know why. He says he doesn't see color, but he requests an older black male.
Yeah,
so
weird.
No, absolutely. I love a good urban gentleman driving me around. There's nothing more America than that, Nothing more America than that.
But don't I could push it on there, but
You got it, dude.
all right, my man. Well, we appreciated the hell out of it. We had a blast. We'll have you back on. We will not have you on with Tony Flood. TJ will put notes in his notebook to stop talking about Tony when you're on.
I know. God dang you. Okay,
And-
hold on real quick. Roman or Jay this weekend, and not you.
What's going on this weekend?
Oh,
Is
my
there- is there a pay-per-view?
WrestleMania.
Are you serious?
Shut up. There ain't
I'm
no
fucking sick of
WrestleMania.
you. Get out of here. SummerSlam.
Oh,
Are you that out of touch with what's going on?
dude, I don't watch it.
You're the
I don't-
worst
I don't
fucking
have-
wrestling person I know. You know that?
Well, yeah,
I know. I don't watch
he's
it.
about himself, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only care about me. Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna have to call fucking Tyler and see if he'll be on here, but he'll be too busy doing it. I don't even want to ask him because it'll just make me mad when he's gonna be like, man, I got fucking softball and cheerleading and fucking butthole machines and everything else he's
He's the most busiest
got.
person.
Yeah,
He's the most busiest person I know.
You never leave a butthole machine unattended.
Nope,
That's
because people
that's a
come and
skin
use
man rule of thumb.
Okay, so
He's up at 4
anyways,
in the morning hitting it.
Roman Reigns. Do you know who that is, right? Okay,
That's the one that TJ's gay for.
yeah, and he at least knows that. And Jey Uso are wrestling at SummerSlam in Detroit Rock City.
Reigns is Roman's going over.
Yeah, I didn't think that. There's probably zero chance. It's tribal combat is what this is, and not only do you win.
It's not for the belt though, is it?
It's for the belt, but it's also for the head of the table.
But there's no table to be head of anymore.
Roman is the head of it. He's still
but a table
of
by
every
himself.
Samoan. He's even the head of fucking Barbarian.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is because he's
Is
Samoan.
this like some kind of like trans head or something?
I know,
I'm
he's
unaware of? 'Cause
weird.
if you're-
He
'cause you
believes
still
in
have
codes.
to have.
You fucking easy with
yeah.
that shit. I'll get somebody sicked on you.
You
And
can't
you know
be,
what I'm talking about.
You can't be head of the table with Paul Heyman being the only one sitting at your table.
No, he's the head of all tables.
Jay, it's really nice
well-
that TJ is still speaking English because he'll lapse into this TJEs and then it's just undistinguishable.
Body
gibberish.
slams and Roman Reigns.
Because he gets to the side and he just starts talking.
Everybody knows the
Yeah.
wrestling.
There's a snap I saw the other day. He took and he was arguing with his lady. Couldn't understand him. He was speaking pure Samoan.
Uh-huh.
He was so mad. I couldn't understand a word of it. All I heard was something about hitting a super queer punch or something like. I couldn't hardly understand it, but
She learned.
I think
She
yeah,
knows.
she did.
That's how he gets when he calls me mad. He's so flustered. I just agree with everything. It's gonna be okay,
That's what gets you
TJ.
in trouble.
Yeah.
TJ, it's fine.
Spade knows what I'm talking about.
Well, you can't throw innuendo, little
I didn't-
weird
there's no
threats on
innuendos.
fucking shows,
It's not a threat.
with guests. You know, you've offended him with Tony Flood. You fucking now you're threatening him with shit that you fucking, you know, I mean, what is up, bro?
He knows.
I mean, it's one of those things. I'm an adult. We just don't get along. That's just there's no need
but
to,
whatever else he's threatening you with. Next time.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Well, we get that he knows. None of us.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know if I do.
Yeah.
He mentioned it. He said, "Get me in trouble with trans stuff."
Oh, the email or the post. That's your own fault because you got to comment on everything.
Fault. He's the one that fucking did it.
Can we still call it email?
We have his Facebook. Actually.
Yeah, it was a social media platform, and TJ got on and offended somebody because Jay Spades wasn't offensive enough, and then
that's right. That is.
Oh my God!
Listen, that's the queeriest trans post I've ever seen. You want to hear something better?
You know what I hate?
When two gays kiss each other dressed up like women.
Yeah, I can't stand that shit.
Both of them have wieners poking each other. Just take your pants off and, you know.
If any dude's kissing another dude, it's me.
Well, we appreciate having you on. That's a great way to end the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Jay's like, get me the hell out of
here.
Where's the mute button now?
Nope, too late.
You can't. TJ's already been canceled. You can't cancel him. And
yeah, I'm uncancelable.
Yeah. Well, as long as you don't find out where he's working currently, that's why he's switching. Switching identities.
Keep it on the low down.
Keep it low.
Like he takes it. Oh, buddy.
Hey, well, thanks for being on, buddy.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
in 3 months,
just made the list.
When you get into shape, well, it's actually 2 months. When you get back in and playing, fighting weight, we'll have you back on. I'm gonna call Tyler and just say, "Hey, man, Spade needs another match. Find him something."
Well, I'll send you guys some of my. Maybe we can talk through it, watch them together.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll do that.
We'll figure out how to do Zoom so we can see your pretty face on here. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I registered and all that, but when I clicked the link, it told me to eat shit. So I don't know.
Well, we might have left by then and decided to call you. Who knows? It might have been.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah,
might be one of the other people you don't get along with running that site, and they've just decided, no, fuck this guy. We're adults and we don't have to let him in.
Well, it said when you registered it, you went under the sex offender list, and it said you're already
I was
there.
say you
so
registered for the wrong list, yeah, bud.
How did they know?
They just know.
They know?
Seen your post.
Yeah.
There's cameras.
Listen,
everywhere.
I told them 10 years old was way too old for me anyway. So I don't know, I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah, weird.
I was talking about one 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Spelling, it's all right.
Goodness.
All right, buddy.
That's me for that. All right, I'll see you guys
later. It was
later.
a blast. We'll holler at you later.
See you later.
All right.
Bye.
See you guys.
Oh, hung up on him. I do that.
Spade's just like us.
Yeah, he's gay. Oh.
Awesome. No, but the dude, he fits right in. He's same sense of humor, same everything.
Yeah, that's why I wish you just didn't talk about wrestling the whole time. We could talk about other stuff. At least he tried switching it up. No, I'm just joking.
That's what we're talking about, wrestling. That's
I know. That's why you wanted. Well, he didn't even want to talk. He wanted to talk about his match, but not about no WWE.
Yeah, well.
All right.
I just think he's just the fucking best at being a chicken shit heel, man. He's just like watching. If you watch Ric Flair be a chicken shit heel and Spade,
he nails it. He's good.
Nails it.
He's good, man. He's fun. He's fun to have on. He plays along with it. So, thanks everybody. We went a little over. Thanks for listening for a while.
You're welcome.
Skinman was back.
Yep. Glad to have him back.
Hopefully he's back next week. He said new month, new him. He's out of the poo-poo, and he's eating better, and he's going to be here weekly.
He did have Casey's Pizza tonight.
Never mind. Well,
that's
as long
part
as
of his diet, though.
Yeah, that's part of his.
He probably had like a sandwich or a regular sandwich.
Yeah, he had a
something
salad the day he got sick. He's like, oh, God.
He's like, what's going on?
I had a serving of greens, fruit, and it's like, oh, my God.
Help me.
So just chill out. Drink a 7-Up, eat a moon pie, quit murdering people.